Hey, welcome to another video. Thanks for joining me in this one. Stephen Hojo here. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming again. In this video, I'll be going over some information that I have put together. And this is for people that I believe that are, at an age where they feel it may be a bit more challenging to get their ratings because of so many reasons. And I'm referring to people above, 30s and 40s. And maybe even 50s. There are so many situations in which a lot of us still chooses to pursue a passion or something that we've always wanted. And it doesn't necessarily have to be as a career. It may also be just for yourself, to fly yourself or to fly family members. And for some of us, it's actually to achieve that professional status. So if you fall into that category, then this video is for you. On this channel, we focus more on how you can achieve your goal as a pilot and get to realize the dreams that you have for yourself. So what are the quickest ways to become a commercial pilot if you are over 30 or 40? The first point that I will share with you, if you're over 40 or 30 or even 50s and you're trying to pursue this field of aviation or becoming a pilot, then the first thing I'll recommend is to find a flight school around you. The best case is to find something within your area. And the reason for this is because you are able to connect with people within that area. You're able to know more people within the aviation industry, and that would help you connect and grow even faster. Remember, time is of essence when it comes to flying as well. You want to achieve a goal within a short amount of time. The reason why I wouldn't recommend going into a college or finding an associate degree or things of that nature is because those can sometimes take longer. I mean, if you go into a college degree program, you would probably take 3 to 4 years or maybe 5 years to achieve the same thing you could achieve in like a year. Of course, the downside to going the traditional flight school route is that you do not come out with a degree program. The reason why the flight school comes first is because you can focus on just getting your ratings and getting it done as soon as possible. The next thing here is you want to go full time. That is the best thing. I know this can be a bit difficult for some people because, at that age between your 30s and 40s, you're probably establishing a career, you're working, you're supporting a family. But the truth is, in order to be able to accelerate through this program and go at a pace that is reasonable without taking too much time, is to go full time. It will save you time, of course, it will save you money, and it will save you a lot of stress juggling between work and family duties and flying as well. So it's always better to focus on less than more when it comes to something like this. It definitely will help you a lot. If you need to save money, which is in line with, going full time, if you need to save some money, then it's better for you to save the money before you even start the program. Save the money, maybe your living expenses and so forth, and then go into the program full time. The next recommendation I have for you is to get your written test out of the way. For example, your private pilot written test, instruments written test, commercial, depending on what stage you are in. Before you start flying, try to knock out the written test. First of all, you've gained the necessary information, that is the knowledge. And secondly, you've gotten the written test out of the way. Sometimes that could take you a considerable amount of time to prepare for. So get it out of the way and take the time to just focus on one thing at a time so that when you get into the flying portion of things, you're able to just go through that without slowing down to take your written test. This is always a trick that even flight students that are not trying to rush through their program also uses. So I recommend that as well. The next step here, which is in line with taking the written tests and getting through your orals, is find people, students or CFI applicants. In this case, like students that are becoming instructors. Find those people to tutor you at tutorials, okay? Just because, first of all, these people are trying to become CFIs. They're trying to become an instructor. And by them instructing you, they become better. But at the same time, you gain from someone that is also knowledgeable, that is trying to, give you this information for free. So they want to teach, all right, and you want this information for free. So this is the best way to acquire the knowledge, because you would end up getting you end up getting a lot of information for free, and they are also benefiting from it. So I would recommend that you find students that can provide you with free tutorials and you learn from them. In line with this, fly with students that are also in training. Of course, if this flight school allows it, or if the instructor allows it, then you go on board with them, just observe how they do their slow flight, how they do their stalls, steep turn, eight-ton pylons, chandels, all these maneuvers. You are observing them while they're doing it, and you are learning from them. It's always better to learn from other people's mistakes than for you to actually make those mistakes. And if you can learn from them, then you're able to pick those lessons, take it to your own flight lessons, and that will save you time and money. Once you're done with your written test, you've observed flight, you've done some observatory flight, you've gathered some information. The next thing is to fly. The reason is because you don't want to fly 1 hour today and then you take a week off and then you come back and fly another hour and then take another 2 weeks off and then you fly another hour. That is a waste of money. You will not learn a ton of information. And even if you do learn, you will forget. So the best thing is to bunch your money together, bunch your time together, and fly. You need that practice. And consistency is very key in this environment. As you're approaching your check ride, this is something I always recommend to people. Observe check rides. Observe mostly orals. Some people will allow it, some may not allow it. If they don't allow the actual check ride itself, why don't you observe a state check? If you're not allowed to observe a state check, why don't you observe someone preparing for a check ride through maybe with their instructor, and see how they are preparing, because you're going to learn how people do things differently. One of the things that you want to avoid is when you learn from just one person, you have to remember that one person you're learning from does not know everything. Even your instructor, he doesn't know everything. So you don't want to leave any stones unturned, and that is the importance of you observing. This is why it's important for you to observe other people preparing for check rides. The reason why your check ride is very important is because this is something that will stay with you for the rest of your career. So you want to make sure that you go well prepared so that you can excel. In your 30s and 40s, it's not always easy to learn and to start afresh, especially in this environment where a lot of it requires it's hands-on. All right, it's not just sitting down to read. It's a lot of hands-on information and, of course, retaining information as well. So I would recommend that you put in the effort into this and you dedicate a lot of time to it. It's not always easy, but I wish you all the best. My wishes for you are for you to be able to achieve your own goal. So I hope that you have found value in this video. And if you have, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, if you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section below. The other way is, if you have any questions and you want to reach me, you can always reach me on my Instagram page. That's the best way you can reach me to communicate. So I look forward to seeing you in the blue skies.